Hey there, Lightworkers. Dana Moore here with Inspired Lightwork, your source for positive spiritual connection and healing. I'm coming to you today with a love reading because I was inspired by a few conversations that I've had this morning in sharing some love with a sister goddess. We got to talking about leaving money on the table and pursuing our own financial abundance, and all of the struggle that comes up around that for us as light workers. For those of you that are heart-centered and mission-based and know that you have a divinely inspired gift that you want to share with the world, you know and feel called to service. You want to share and you want to heal. You want to make an impact and a difference with your gifts and your talents. Good morning. All of that passion can sometimes be stunted when we add the idea of making money from using those talents, when we recognize that we really just want to give. We want to fulfill our mission. We want to be a light in the world, and yet we still need to take care of ourselves. We still have to live in the world as human beings and make a living that honors who we are, our goals, our needs in life, and our ability to continue to serve. So with that, and thinking about these things there's always so much to do. Right now, many of us are in a space and place where we recognize, oh gosh, there's so much to do. I need to get it together. I need to organize a plan of action to pursue this. You're feeling inspired to change your daily routine or even implement a new one that really honors the space that you'd like to be in and some of the things that you'd like to do, whether it is meditating in the morning or reading a book, listening to a podcast or audiobook, tapping into your network and resources, finding an accountability buddy or a coach. And then there's that energy of aligning yourself to your purpose and to your mission. In what ways am I already doing it and fulfilling it? In what ways would I like to be doing more? But then again, there's that, how do I do this and not leave money on the table? So that comes up a lot in business and working with my business clients, where there are many things that we can do that will bring in the resources that we need, specifically financially, to continue to build. But are we taking on projects that are just for money and don't actually speak to our goals and our missions and what we're trying to do? So how do we align ourselves with our mission and not leave money on the table? What are the inspired activities and guidance that we're receiving that can help us to receive financially? And how do we differentiate between what we can and should be doing or not? And guess what? I don't have the answer. I'm asking this question for you, for myself, for my tribe, for those who are struggling and feeling the same way. We're all there. But I do know that you are fully supported in seeking your financial abundance. And I do know that we will continue to receive that guidance and instruction and support. So let me know what comes up for you around these questions. Leave me a message in the comments below. Send me an email to inspiredlightwork@gmail.com. or visit me on my website at www.inspiredlightwork.com and share with me. Share what comes up for you. In the meantime, I've been shuffling my cards and my deck, and we're going to receive guidance for that question specifically. For this one, we're using Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine's Angel Tarot cards. Another lovely deck, 78 card deck. Very, very gentle energy. So this is specifically for love and guidance and healing. So let us be inspired by the words to come. How can we be and feel fully supported in seeking our financial abundance, not leaving money on the table, but also ensuring that we are aligned to our purpose and mission at this time? Amen. And so we pull the King of Fire. I love this color. Think I might wear this color later this evening. It says motivational, idealistic, ambitious, and charismatic. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. That's pretty deep. So the first thing that comes up for me around that, especially in the focus, focus, focus portion and area, is that in order to focus, we really need to clear. We need to clear. It's also a reason why I love doing these readings and sharing in this way, because we're not just sourcing guidance, we're also wielding that healing energy. There you go, clear, right? But what comes up is purging our mind. That means releasing all the thoughts and the stuff that's up there, all of the possibilities that you could do, the things that you can do, or maybe at one point have been interested in doing to seek and receive that financial abundance. Write a list, type it out, journal about it. Get everything that's in your mind with all of those creative ideas on paper. Just dump it out so that you don't have to hold it in there anymore. The commitments that you've made to yourself and have not yet done and kind of probably have on your radar for 2019 to do, get them out of your head, get them all on paper, and give yourself some clear space to work with. Good morning. Relieve yourself of that burden of thought. So that's clearing your mind, clearing your space mentally. You will have an opportunity to go back to that, to organize that. Good morning, friends. To prioritize that list, knowing that we've got a whole nother 362 days ahead of us to do these things, a full 12 months. If you've got 10, 30-day challenges on your list, pick a new challenge each month and you can knock that out. But don't hold it in your headspace, because it will cause a sense of overwhelm and a sense of lack of achievement because you have not yet done it. You don't have a plan for it yet. Release it from your mind. Be kind and be gentle with yourself as you make this shift and transition. Then we've got purging and clearing your body. What are you putting in your body? What do you no longer want to put in your body? What are some areas and spaces that you just want to feel better? And focus on that. Focus on the feeling good and the feeling better. When I don't have this in my system, I feel really good. So if that's alcohol or foods that cause certain reactions and triggers, release it gently. And again, use that 30-day method. Pick one thing to release each month and see how you feel. Allow yourself to clear space so that you can feel better. Just as with clearing your mind is not overwhelmed, let's relieve your body so that she's not overwhelmed. So yeah, go ahead and cleanse your colon. Do a water fast. Do that veggie diet that you've been thinking about. Release some of the meat. Good morning, Miriam. Release some of the heavy stuff that you've maybe been putting into your body that you just want to try to go without for a while. It's okay to be gentle with yourself in that process. Relieving and purging your home, your physical environment. What do you have around you that you don't use? Get rid of it. It's okay. Donate it so that you feel better about it. What's in that stack of papers that you probably haven't touched in 3 years, or that's in the box in the closet that you don't need anymore? It is okay to let it go, to release it, to take 5 minutes to go through a stack or a pile and toss a few papers. 5 minutes each day adds up, totally adds up. Clearing your inbox, your email inbox, setting a timer, even for 2 minutes, where you go through emails that you've been getting repeatedly that you don't even open and look at, and scrolling to the bottom and hitting the unsubscribe button. Doing that for a couple of minutes each day, by the end of the month, your email load will be so light. Purging, releasing yourself from that overwhelm. And then finally, purging your spirit. There is a method that, let me know if you want to learn more about it, called kenosis, where you basically relieve yourself of all, let's just say, dogma. It is a very Christian practice, which is almost surprising. It's basically relieving yourself of all of the kind of instruction and will of Jesus to connect to a greater source, higher source, to connect directly with God. Okay, it's a powerful practice, but relieving your spirit. We put so much expectation on ourselves to live and be a certain way, and it does not mean that these things are wrong and that we have to give up on them. But it's simply taking a moment to relieve yourself of any expectation of areas that we may feel like we have not yet completed or achieved yet. Remove them from your mental body, your physical body, your physical environment, and your spirit for a moment to breathe, to relax, to be one with yourself, whether you're doing that in meditation or you're writing it down and you're just taking a moment to actually recognize that you are a human being, you are a spiritual being, you are so worthy and so loved and so filled with light and good intention. But it's okay to put that intention to the side for a moment, to allow yourself to receive fully. And that is the point. That is the culmination of all of the purging, is when you release all of that and you let it down for a moment. What are you open to receiving? And our goal right now is to receive that guidance and inspiration. That inspiration is the guidance coupled with the action that puts us into motion. So there's your focus, focus, focus. You want to be able to communicate with vision, purge, purge, purge. You want to be able to be a leader, let it all down. Let those expectations of yourself go for a moment and see what comes up. What's number one priority after you've let all of those things go? You want to receive advice from someone creative? Open yourself to receiving. We have so much coming into us all the time, especially as light workers, right? Especially as people in service, because when you make a commitment to serve, you receive all of the answers and the resources that you need to be there for other people. And a lot of that can crowd us mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And we have to be willing to let those things go so that we can kind of prioritize and see, well, if I let all of those things down, what's the number one thing that pops up or that I want to put back in my container, and go with that and work on that. But now let's go to our little booklet and see what that has to say about the king of fire. Fire, cleansing, fire burning, fire, a wonderful way to purge. King of fire, situations, focus, 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 and full steam ahead. Devote your energy and time to the task at hand. You're in a position of leadership and you inspire others with your enthusiasm. You may also receive advice from someone who excels at creative solutions. Woohoo! People, a natural-born leader with great charisma, charm, and flair, often the head of a business or organization that allows him or her to be innovative and accomplish great things. Creative, idealistic, ambitious, influential, motivational, professional, and theatrical. Additional meanings of this card: an entrepreneurial venture, speaking in front of a group, the courage of one's convictions, and making a difference. I want to also take you back to just the suit of fire so you get a feel of what fire really means and is. Good morning there, friends. So the suit of fire represents our ideas and inspirations. It's where we feel passion, display amazing creativity, and set our dreams into motion. This element corresponds to our career, art, adventure, risk-taking, and self-development. Fire can also represent any of our passions. We've chosen friendly dragons as the symbol for this suit because of their fiery nature and their iconic place in our imaginations. So here we've got the King of Fire riding this beautiful and colorful dragon. And that is our love reading today around seeking your financial abundance. Go ahead and focus on it. Communicate your vision of financial abundance. Be a leader when it comes to taking control of the situation, and be open to receiving that advice from someone creative. I am so honored to hold that space for you and to share in that creative way, to inspire your work and roles. I'm feeling pretty motivated about that guidance today. Let me know what comes up for you. Leave me a message in the comments. Email me at inspiredlightwork@gmail.com or visit me at my website at www.inspiredlightwork.com. Until then, friends, be love, be light, and be you. Bye.